What's up, everybody? Starting a new video with a fill-up. $3.49 for diesel in Idaho, which is not a bad price. We're gonna go ahead, fill up, get home, shower, clean up a little bit, clean myself up, and head to pickup. Got all showered up, cleaned up, feel like a brand new penny, and on the way to Portland area, somewhere down there. Haven't even punched in the address in my GPS. I guess I could get there in my sleep, but not with my eyes folded with the blindfold. Won't be able to do that, but in my sleep I can get there. Yesterday was the same kind of thing. I was driving to Seattle and then back, and I was dealing with a lot of fog too. It's like same thing today. And it's actually, this started earlier. Before yesterday, the fog was in, what do you call it? Past Ritzville, it started. Today, it's way before Ritzville. So the problem with the fog is it's gonna freeze at night if they didn't put any de-icer down. It's really dense fog, the kind that you have to turn on your wipers. See that? You gotta turn the wipers on. So this kind of fog, when it falls, it freezes. It becomes what, people? Black ice, correct. I just did some math, and the what I counted is it's plus minus a little bit, you know, give or take a little bit. So I left yesterday at like 11:30ish. I was somewhere in this area already. Turned on the camera, and I did some math. Basically from yesterday and until tomorrow when I get home, I'll be doing 2,000 miles locally in 3 days. 2,000 miles. Quite a bit of miles for local. That's counting me driving 300 to pick up, 550 to delivery, 250 back home, 350 to Portland, 200 to delivery, and then 300 back home. If all my math is correct, that's like 2,000 miles. Quite a bit of miles just for local. Usually some people don't even get to do that with other companies in a whole week. I got that, and I'm gonna have that in 3 days. Not even a full 3 days, but 3 days. Let's get cracking, making the money. I won't bore you guys with anything else. We'll see what's waiting for us on the road, on the side of the road, so on and so forth. It clears up, and then we get back into the fog. Clears up, and then back into the fog. So we got a foggy day today. I noticed that lately they've been doing salting instead of the liquid stuff they used. Washington State's a green state, so in the past they, were not using salt in our area. They were using some kind of a chemical. They would melt the chemicals and de-ice it via what do you call it? Pouring it on the on the asphalt. Now they're back to doing salt, so they're salting everything now. I just passed one of the salting trucks, one of the de-icers, so they're putting salt on the ground. So as soon as I got close to Pasco, it got all sunny there. It was all dry. There's no sign of snow. There's not even snow in the forecast over here. And then now I'm on Highway 84 already, and look at this. It's like there was, these people don't even know what winter's like that live out this way. So pretty nice. I mean, they do get winters here, but not this early, and it doesn't come from the mountains like we get it. just gonna keep on trucking. I got 165 left to go, 165 miles. I got one more fill up still along the way. Then I should make it there by 7 o'clock, just like they wanted me to. So on a tight schedule, only got 10 minutes to spare really. That 10 minutes is for a fill up, which should be 5 and go. And then he called all over the place wherever he could, and he found it in the MRI. So we're all good. I brought it down here myself, and
yeah, sorry, Andre, I was gonna do it for you.
it's okay, no worries. Usually I do get it from the MRI department anyways, most of the time. Just this time I thought sometimes they set it up to where, you know, they're ready and sitting at the loading dock outside and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
I was planning on going up there, but I'm in Salem right now, so.
it's all good, no worries.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye.
Bye.
So the deal is I just got it. Took me forever to find it. Took me forever to find the thing. And now I did find it. Had to go all the way to the MRI department with the security guard and do all that kind of stuff. So long story short, I'll explain everything to you guys here in a minute. I'm gonna load it up and get out of here and then explain everything for you. That is how it's done. Oh, pardon the light. Just like that is how it's done. That's it. That's how we do it. Takes, I don't know, 5 minutes to throw it in here, tie it up, and be ready to go. So not a big deal at all, in my opinion. To me, it took longer to freaking find it in the hospital because it was supposed to be at the dock, and you guys heard the conversation. Gentleman didn't bring it out and leave it out there, so that's how it is. But thank God I was here. The security came out on time. I mean, otherwise I would have still found it eventually, because they said to dispatch said gotta go through the, what do you call it, doors, emergency doors, and through the emergency doors they would have let me in here, and eventually we would have found it anyways. So long story short, we're good and we're rolling out of here. So let's get to Bellevue. I think I got about 200 miles, somewhere around there. 200 miles. It's almost 8 o'clock in the evening. No. So I'll be there by midnight. Perfect. Enough time to sleep, enough time to unload, enough time for everything. Yeah, punched it in the GPS. I was almost right, 190 miles. I still have to stop by on the way to Love's and print out a bill of lading. 2 copies, one for me, one for the receiver. And then we'll be on the Big Golden. I usually look for an Office Depot, Office Max if it's nearby. But tonight it's almost 8 o'clock. These places, if they haven't closed yet, they're going to be closing. And to me, north, let's go. North, I-5 north. I know on I-5 there's a Love's truck stop that I always stop by when I need paperwork from this area. I already know everything by heart here, guys. I've been doing it for so many years, for so long, that I know exactly where those truck stops are when I need paperwork, especially if I'm picking up from this area, delivering to Seattle area. It's open 24/7. Yeah, they charge a few bucks more, but so what? I'll waste a few bucks more and a lot of more of my valuable time and patience and, you know, frustration than it's worth versus over there. I even remember the Love's email address by heart. So once I get there or nearby, I'm just gonna send it when I'm a few miles away, send it on over there, and then just go grab it, pay for it, and be on my way. At the same time, I'll clean these, see how hazy that is? Clean my mirrors. I didn't do it when I filled up last time. I was on the phone. That's what happens when you're on the phone. You don't know anything, what's going on. I'm surprised I even drive in the direction I need to go when I'm on my phone. I get too concentrated. Spent too much time with my other job, other career I had before this a long time ago, where I would listen to people on the phone and actually listen so hard, and it comes with time and experience that you even know what the people are doing. Like literally you can feel the people rolling their eyes at you, or you know, you listen to a lot of different things to see what they're doing. You know, a lot of times you know if they're drinking, eating, what they're doing, how their facial expression looks at the time you're talking to them, things like that, just the tone of their voice and things like that. It's just, it comes with experience. But yeah, anyways, I get so into the phone call that a lot of times I don't do what I need to be doing on the road. It's kind of a minus for me. If I'm doing stuff and I don't have my GPS on, I'm out driving around without a GPS, I'm going to be all over the place. I'll miss turns and everything. Not going to be good. Sleeping right on site, just the way I like it. Outside at the hospital emergency parking lot. It's usually the only place where you won't get kicked out of. Otherwise, you gotta have a doctor badge or whatever, parking permit, something. Emergency is the only place. If you guys are ever picking up out of a hospital, the emergency parking lot is where you want to be. Nowhere else. I turned the heater on. It's just getting ready to go. And this is just the emergency section, guys. Whatever that building is on the right, plus this one. And then I think I passed like 3 or 4 blocks of the rest of the hospital here. So I'm hoping that the ER department is going to be right here. Usually it's right by the emergency, because usually, you know, they take in patients here and then they go do their MRIs and stuff right by here. So I am in the hopes that it's going to be somewhere right over here, close to the emergency. But before I go take it out of the van tomorrow morning, I'm just going to go and check where the MRI department is. Good night to me, guys, and we'll see each other in the morning when I'm unloading. finally found where I need to be at. So now I'm gonna park right there in the Lab Courier spot because there's no other parking anywhere here. I'm gonna take that one and then go take this sucker inside. I gotta get rid of that beeper. I don't like it. Helps sometimes when there's a ton of people somewhere, but usually there's really not a whole lot of people where I'm at. And there we are, just like that. Okay, I'll go take my stuff inside, be right back. Emptying on my way out of here. Had to unload with a lady that had a patient inside the MRI place, so it was a little bit weird. She was kind of in and out in between, was a little confused in a way, but everything was good. I found them. They told me where to put it. I even sent pictures of to my contact of where I put it, which MRI department, and so on and so forth, because the hospital has more than one MRI department apparently. Like it's got another one in the breast cancer area, but the main one is the one that I delivered to, which hopefully all the patients are going to be happy now and everything's going to be great. As far as I go, I'm not sure where I'm going to go park at. As you guys can see, this is all part of like this whole thing. It ends right here on this block, but goes back there like 3 blocks. The whole thing, it's a pretty good sized hospital here. Gotta go find a parking spot. I'm not sure exactly where or what, but maybe breakfast and parking. I'm not sure. What is this, Chick-fil-A? It's got some different writing on it than versus what we have. But Chick-fil-A for breakfast, that'll work for me. All right, guys, I'm gonna turn it off for now. I'm not saying goodbye yet, but I'm gonna go see if I can find a breakfast place, like an IHOP or Denny's or something. Maybe get myself an omelet for breakfast. Go from there. Need to get my day started right in the morning. I already started it with a delivery. Now I need to get it complete with a good breakfast. I usually don't have too much breakfast, but last night I didn't even have dinner, so I kind of had a lunch at like, what was it? Somewhere around noon. It wasn't even noon yet. Like 11:30. I had some Longhorn barbecue beef sandwich, some seasoned fries. Ooh, it's so good. But yeah, now I'll go find somewhere to eat breakfast at, because we skipped dinner. That means we gotta eat breakfast. I came to IHOP, got in line to get in. There were people behind me, so I opened the door for them, and they kind of went first, even though I just, was nice to open the door, not nice to let them go ahead of me. But that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem and the biggest story here is IHOP and every dining place in the area here, they require vaccination cards to get in to eat. So now you can't dine in without a vaccine card. Can you believe this? Can you believe this? Yeah. If I throw this out online with, all kinds of my opinions, it's going to raise a lot of action, a lot of dust, a lot of smoke. So my opinion is, if you got your vaccine card, then you shouldn't worry. If you got your vaccine, then good for you, then you're not going to get sick supposedly. But I know plenty of people who still got COVID with all their vaccines and with all their boosters. So they obviously do not work. And when they don't work, I'm not putting that in my body. Not when it's a year-old vaccine. Nobody knew about this thing. Anyways, long story short, I'm gonna go find some other place to have breakfast at. I'm sure Jack in the Box across the street would rather take my business, no problem. Or any McDonald's or anywhere else. So let's go see who else can take me in without a vaccine. You guys probably want to find out what the whole story ended with. Where did Andre go to eat? What did he do? Oh my gosh. It's very simple, people. Very simple. I pulled out of the parking lot and there was Jack in the Box over there. In the window, I saw a perfect breakfast sandwich over there. So I go to the drive-thru. I'm a little tall. I could have probably squeezed in there. I didn't want to. I looked at their window. It didn't say that their lobby's closed. I pulled the handle. It is closed because right now it's a problem to find a lobby in this area, in Seattle area, Portland area, all the big cities. There's not enough people, or they just don't want to let people in. I think they just don't want to let people in because there was plenty of people working there. So I yanked the handle. It's closed. I yanked it again and knocked. The lady shows me drive-through, and I'm showing her that I'm too tall. So they open the door for me. They take me in really nicely, welcome me there. I place an order over the counter. They gave me coffee, they gave me sugar, they gave me creamer, they gave me a cup holder for 2 large coffees. These people were so super nice, so great. Instead of the whole IHOP, where's your vaccine card? You know what I mean? So I took my food. I was very happy. I didn't eat it inside. I'm sure they probably would have even let me eat inside too if I would have asked. Really nice people who work at Jack in the Box in Bellevue. Thank you guys if you guys are ever gonna watch. I'm sure you're not. Maybe if I would have walked in there with the camera, it would have been different. But you know, it's okay. No worries. For me, I'm good. I ate. I had a number 26. Number 26 is a sourdough grilled breakfast sandwich. The bread is grilled on both sides. It's got Swiss cheese in it, has ham, eggs, and bacon. Oh, you know what? I don't think that I would have been so happy at IHOP even if they would have let me in. It would have just been basic and everyday thing. I mean, I do like IHOP, but I just wanted to sit down, open up the computer, do a little bit of work, you know, kind of relax in an atmosphere that would have been breakfast style atmosphere. Didn't happen. It got ruined. But Jack in the Box, they did great. So thank you, Jack in the Box. I appreciate it. No vaccine card needed there, and I'm happy. For now, I'm going to end this video on that note. I do have another pickup that I'm headed to already, so that'll be a new video. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. All the comments, all the everything you guys do. Stay healthy, stay safe, and if you guys want to eat at Bellevue, and I'm not sure where else over here because it seems like this is the new thing now, you guys better bring your cooler, your eggs for breakfast, your bacon and everything else, and a little propane grill, and maybe make it outside in their parking lot if they don't let you in because you don't have a vaccine card. I think that's what I'm going to start doing, is actually carrying a little bit more with me, and when I need breakfast, I'll make my own, and I'll be happy. I'll show you guys how it's done. It's really not that difficult at all. Not difficult at all. Catch you guys in the next video. Be blessed.